It's AMC today for the trade of the day. Yesterday, GameStop had a catalyst. I traded that instead of AMC on the Adam Aaron tweet, and that was a big-time boomer. Much more simple trade in AMC. And today, I kind of came in determined if it was going to look at one of the two stocks, it was going to definitely be AMC. But you've got to have a trade idea first. You might like that long. We sort of said in the afternoon show, if we hold 14, I'm probably going to like the long going into tomorrow. Possibly some opportunities, but I always start with a higher time frame. That 15-minute chart shows you just how explosive AMC was. And you can't chase yesterday's profits. What you can do is kind of learn from that mistake. Clean breakout off the high at 13. You had consolidation here at 1380. Now, if you remember back a couple of weeks ago, 1380 was a pretty good level for us trading this stock. So always had that one marked off, the 14 even. You can see a little bit of support on the secondary move up, and then a 1470 top. So those are the things that we're concerned with going into the open trade. I always have a saying, like, if it doesn't break the low, there's only one place for it to go. It's kind of obvious, right? Like, if a stock doesn't break support, well, it's got to go up from that support. Doesn't mean it's going to moonshot, but if it's got a strong catalyst, if it is a strong name, if it has momentum behind it, then you've got yourself a trading opportunity. The whipsaw action at 9:30 has been kind of ridiculous, and if there's one thing I've sort of been telling myself, it's if you have an idea that's valid at the open, but you don't take the trade because you're looking at other things. Today it would have been Upstart. Today it would have been Meta, Amazon, Alibaba, so many other names that we're looking at. If you miss out on your opportunities, or you get shaken out of your opportunities, come back at about 10 o'clock and look to see if it's still valid. That's exactly what happens. You run the low, actually hold at 1380. That's a positive sign. You then break out the top, fail at 1420. That's always been a number on the stock. And then you retest the bottom. And the second we hold that 1380 again, or above that 1380, I want that long. Now, I'm always anticipating, and this is probably where the mistake comes in. I got this line at 1420 on this stock. And for whatever reason, 420, 1420, sometimes it's resistance on it. I see some size in that price, and I'm going to scalp some off. I go 14 to 1420. That exit deserves to be around 30s. It's only 10 cents, but it should be off that first high. From there, the jailbreak is on. One of the things that we mentioned yesterday, and I still believe certainly today, was that $15 level. You had gravity pulling you towards it. And I said, I'll be out of longs and looking for a short opportunity at 15 even if it ever got there. And that's how this played out. However, on the way there, you still had a nice 1450 halfway break. Initially looked like it was going to fail that breakout, but it takes them off. And then you get the spike up to 15. If there was only one trade you had if you missed the move, if you look at this candle, why is there such a big candle there? That's 1470. That's yesterday's high. And when it took out that what was, at the time would have been a double top, that's why you get that sharp spike to the upside. I'm using that to get out. I do try the short, like I said I would. It was a failed break. I probably could have gotten back into it and scalped 20 cents. Fair enough. I opted not to at that point. I was still thinking you had a chance to break out from 15. So when we took out that high, I was able to get in, and then it just rejected 1530. I mean, that was a wall up there at the top. You had GameStop making tops as well. So we end up just start going into scalp dip buying. Probably too early to try that 15 area, but the real level where I've been loading back in is that 1470. And this is the thing. Really, all you needed to have a look at was a couple of key price areas that you got from yesterday. Whether it was the high at 1470, whether it was that even 14 when you had late afternoon support and some support on the early move, or that 1380, which was both initial resistance and a huge level the last time we traded around that price. That's all we needed to be able to structure the long trade. It allowed you to stay in position. There were some re-entries along the way, but this was one of those ones where you kind of wanted to hold. You didn't want to be scalping too much because you had so much room to the upside, even if it was just 14 to 1470 or 1470 to 15. Those are all pretty clear moves. Let's see if it can hold in the afternoon, but AMC's been a gorgeous long. Certainly GME would have been good today too, but AMC, after yesterday, was determined to trade this one instead.